Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Rooster Stone Show.
Dum dum.
Yeah, man. Oh, I really like that one. That's like the bottom of the piano. Hey, guys, I want you to welcome Rob. He's the music director of School of Rock Newtown. We're so happy to have you here today, Rob.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we're going to get at you right now by doing a 1973 mixtape. Our favorite tunes from 1973. We got 8 songs for you, so you can jam down and pretend that your old ex-boyfriend or girlfriend sent this to you years and years and years ago. But we're sending it to you now with a bunch of love in our hearts. So let's get right at it, brother. What do you got for your first song?
So my first song is Feeling Stronger Every Day by Chicago from the album Chicago 6. This song had to be on my list. Some of my earliest musical memories were Chicago songs.
Yeah.
And the Peter Cetera voice. It just comes through, the falsetto, and it's all on display here. It's a song I think is divided into 3 sections. This beautiful relationship falling apart, and then them breaking up, and then at the end, they're moving on. They're feeling stronger every day.
Yeah.
You know I'm all right now.
Yeah.
So I've always loved that.
Yeah, that's great.
And, this song is to the ride bell of a cymbal what Don't Fear the Reaper is to cowbell. It's just such a integral part of the song. It really starts the song, and then it takes it out with those vocals going back and forth. I just love it. So good, too.
You know, this song it really is. It's such a huge part of my earliest memories. I mean, they're around since the beginning for me.
Yeah.
And so, there's so much nostalgia with this song. And, really their whole early catalog, I mean, even their mid catalog, these guys are amazing. I mean, the layers of those instruments are absolutely brilliant. Whoever did the engineering on this really hit a home run. And I know I'm listening to a remastered version where everything's probably panned a lot more, but it really is. It's such a good, just the way they layered it. There are so many instruments going on at the same time. This is what pop music used to sound like. Can you believe that?
Exactly.
Oh, man, it makes my heart yearn for days gone by, Rob. It really does, especially that bridge.
Yes, exactly. Once that drum hits in, and possibly the crispest hi-hats. Crispest? Is that a word?
Yeah.
Those hi-hats are so crisp, and they just cut through the mix.
We're gonna put that one in the dictionary now. The crispest. If it's not a word, it should be, because it sounds good.
Good.
I really like that one. That's an excellent choice and a great way to start off the show. My first song that I chose is Over the Hills and Far Away, Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy. From that first acoustic guitar lick, you know what it is. Everybody knows what it is. Then the 12-string comes in to change it up a bit. It's like, oh, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's start this with a 12-string, because it's not like it's playing along with the acoustic now. It just takes over. Mm-hmm. It's so cool. Every guitar player in the last 50 years has taken their turn trying to get that intro down. Guaranteed. Then Plant comes in with his sweet voice, that, hey, lady. Oh, man, it just gets me. But once it rises up and the whole band busts in, every last one of us becomes Beavis and Butthead until it's over. I don't care who you are. This song just takes me back, man. It takes me back to college and my apartment on Melwood Avenue in Pittsburgh, where my brothers Ron and Shane and I all lived. Houses of the Holy was a regular spin in the old 5-disc CD player. This is one of the greatest rock bands in history at the height of their talent and fame.
I can't argue with you. It is a classic. I'm not a huge Zeppelin fan, probably more of not a Page fan, but the older I get, I definitely have a respect for them, and I won't change the channel when they're on. I'm definitely appreciating them, but this song is a great pick, and just the tone of his acoustic, the 6-string acoustic. Yeah. I was listening to it it was amazing.
Yeah. So great to hear some of these songs, done in stereo with modern, listening stuff.
Yes.
I mean, it really is. Oh, it just blows me away. So yeah, there it is. So what do you got for number 2, brother?
Well, number 2 is Jet, Paul McCartney and Wings, Band on the Run album. it's been a favorite of mine as long as I can remember. 73 is the year I was born, so all of these songs have been with me as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
It may not be his best song, but it is a rocker from the opening guitar riff doubled with the saxophone and the chukka-chukkas of the guitar in the background. I get to play this song with one of the bands I fill in with, and it's a 3-piece, so I get to cover the keyboard solo as well.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it's, it's a little thing, but it's just such an iconic solo. It's just a lot of fun to play. And the bridge, the Amita, the hits on the Want You to Always. I've just always loved that.
I'm telling you, this song too. Every Jet song, did you ever notice this? Every Jet song is huge.
Yes.
It's like they all belong being played in a stadium. Mm-hmm. And it really is. When I was younger, I really used to be down on the former Beatles solo stuff. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, maybe I felt like I was being disloyal to the group, or maybe I was just being snooty. I don't know. But whatever the reason, I eventually got over that because I was missing entirely too much great music. This song is righteous. There are so many little changes and transitions that if you listen to it, that are wholly unique throughout the song. Dude, I mean, it's Paul McCartney.
Yep.
What was I thinking? Oh my God, this is such a great song. It really is.
And the album cover.
Yo, yeah. Dude, it's Paul. What are you going to say other than that? That's a great choice, by the way. I love that one. So for my second song, this is the 4th song in the mixtape now, I chose Angie, the Rolling Stone from Goat's Head Soup. This song is super nostalgic for me because I've covered this song in so many different incarnations of music groups that I've been in over the years. It is such a sweet melody, and the clear acoustic arpeggio playing off that tinkly piano just works to put it all together. This song really, really, really showcases Mick Jagger's voice. The Stones were such a different band in the 70s than they were in the 60s. It's like the death of their captain, Brian Jones, while devastating to their experimental sound, led them to the band they would end up being for most of their very long career. This is one of the best ballads of the 70s and maybe of all time.
You're right. I've always been a Stones fan. My mom was a huge Stones fan, but this was a song that didn't really capture me until I directed it in a School of Rock show, and I got to dig in and really see what was happening, and the melody and the piano, as you said, it's just so beautiful. And again, whoever was recording acoustic guitars in 1973 deserves an award, because another brilliant sounding acoustic on this song. You
can hear everything.
Yep.
I've always described the Stones, from a musician standpoint, as baseball to me. I love to play the Stones, but I don't love to listen to them. Kind of like with baseball, I love to watch or play it. I don't love to watch it on TV. Mm-hmm. But that changed for some reason during the pandemic. I really deep dove their stuff, and man, is it good!
Yeah,
it really is. And each incarnation of the band, there's so many, particularly in that early 15 years, that first 15 years, it's amazing.
I think that's forgotten too, that there really is so many different versions of them.
Yeah, because, once Brian Jones was gone, they just kind of switched to more like down-homey Americana music. Mm-hmm. And then they kind of just stuck with that in blues. So it really is excellent. So, all right, dude, we're already halfway through.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, this next song you've got is going to bring me to a tear, maybe.
Oh, did you know this one before?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Sail on Sailor by the Beach Boys from the Holland album. I had originally picked a different song here, and I switched it out before Brian passed away. Mm-hmm. It just so happened that he did pass, unfortunately. But when I saw that this song was from 1973, I had a clear spot. It had to be on there. Mm-hmm. This album featured Blondie Chaplin on vocals and Ricky Fattar on drums, who was in the Ruddles movie. Mm-hmm. with Eric Idle, and Carl Wilson was the only other Beach Boy to be on this song.
Wow.
So it's Carl, Ricky on drums, and Blondie singing. The Beach Boys once did this song live with Ray Charles on lead vocals, and when Brian introduces the song, he says, Ray Charles is the voice I had in mind when I wrote this song.
You can tell.
Yeah. And then I actually got to see Blondie perform this with Brian about a decade ago at Parks, and it was great. But this is not only one of my favorite Beach Boys songs, it may be one of my favorite songs ever. The chord changes are brilliant. And ironically, it's the one Beach Boys song that Brian Wilson said that he doesn't like at all.
That's crazy.
So
that's crazy. Yeah, but it goes back to what we talked about before the camera rolled. Music is subjective, even to the composer.
Yep.
And it's amazing that you can listen to that song and think, how can somebody not like this song? But he's got his own private reasons for that.
Yeah, that's true.
And so and reasons that we'll never know. But yeah, dude, I haven't listened to this song in a long time, and I found myself singing along just like I had been listening to it yesterday. That's how his music is, though. It really is. There's something so compelling about it. He was a musical genius, and I think we all have known that for a long time, but I feel like we all need to say it more now. He was overshadowed, I think, in some of the other things that he had done, and their staying power hasn't been as strong in these later years that some of his contemporaries were. And I really hope that now we can have more frank conversations about the fact that this guy was a musical genius, and we are lucky to have lived during this time. R.I.P. Surfer Boy.
Absolutely.
R.I.P. Yeah, what a great choice. I mean,
thank you.
You could have picked so many songs from them. That's such a good one. So I chose for my third song, and we are chugging back down the mountain again here, people, a song that has a lot of nostalgia for me since I was a kid. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Elton John. This is classic 70s Elton here. He released 2 albums this year, so there was a lot to choose from, and I knew I wanted an Elton song. So this features his beautiful soaring tenor and falsetto. This song is dramatic and layered. There are so many different things going on in the background that you notice with headphones on. This is definitely a headphone song, people. You should really, really try it that way. Every song he's ever done, though, is a sing-along. I mean, literally every song he's ever recorded. It's like he had that in mind. He kind of knew that people would be like arm in arm crooning these songs in the pub 50 years later. How did he know that? I don't know, but whatever, Elton John is a generational talent. He and Bernie Taupin knew how to write and then sell a song. There are a lot of songs I could have chosen from Elton this year. Like I said, he released 2 albums this year. But this one was so nostalgic for me that I had to choose it. His early career deserves another listen. Even the deep cuts are better than anything you've heard on the radio in decades.
Yeah. I think you chose the right song. I don't think there's a more perfect song to sum up Elton John in the 70s and what he was doing. I did say in my note, though, I do have to give an honorable mention to Grace Seal from the same album.
But no, I'm glad you did that. It's like we give little nuggets.
But if someone were to say to me, tell me who Elton John is, I would say, check out the song Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
I mean, just the chord structure. Everything about this song is so unique. I love the lyrics. I love what it's saying. So, yeah, there it is. I can't believe it. We are at your last song already. This is crazy.
Oh, okay.
All right, what do you got for us? What do you got?
This time we have China Grove, the Doobie Brothers from The Captain and Me. So I was telling you, my parents were very influential on the music I listened to. If they didn't listen to it, odds are I wasn't listening to it. So I used to watch What's Happening, and the Doobie Brothers were on, and I didn't know who they were, and to this day I still think it's the greatest 2 episodes of What's Happening ever. But they sang Blackwater and Taking It to the Streets, which featured Pat Simmons and Michael McDonald on vocals, and anyone familiar with Michael McDonald knows that his voice is very different from Tom Johnston, who actually sang China Grove. So my dad fell in love with the song China Grove, and he's like, hey, here's a Doobie Brothers song, and he played it for me. And I'm like, well, this isn't the Doobie Brothers. Where's Blackwater? Where's Taking It to the Streets? But then that guitar riff, as a guitar player, you just gotta love this song. To me, this song sounds like driving in a convertible.
You're saying everything that I was going to say. And how do you steal someone's thunder when it's their song? I mean, you make no mistake. This is one of the most kick butt guitar riffs of all time, and a great driving song. I feel like the Doobies, again, they're another one. They don't get the love now that they should. Their music is so tight you could bounce a quarter off it. And those voices, dude, I saw Michael McDonald like 2 decades ago, and it was one of the best concerts I ever saw.
Oh, wow.
This is, again, another great bridge, too. This is such a great song. Oh, what a choice.
And they still sound fantastic.
They do.
Today.
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable. So here it is, man. I got the last song on the mixtape right here. I mean, this is a lot of pressure.
No.
I felt like I had a lot of pressure here. So I just broke out all the stops here. Let's get it on, Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye's voice is one of the finest I've ever heard in any genre, ever. From that first wah-wah lick, everyone knows what this song is. Everybody. Musically, the song is really sparse. It's his voice that carries it and binds it all together, like a lot of his songs. And that melody, with his contrasting falsetto and baritone parts, I mean, that really sets the stage. The background voices really pop with headphones, man. I mean, really. But that part in the middle, man, there's nothing wrong with me loving you, where he's doing that harmony. Dude, that part always gets me. I mean, there's times where I'm like, I rewind it and just like, I want to hear that again. I want to hear that again. You know a good song when you could put it on repeat and not get tired of it even after like the 12th time. This is one of those tunes. This whole album, really, though, is amazing. But it starts out with this home run title track. I just love this song.
Yeah, I sadly don't have much to add because, like you said with China Grove, I don't have much. You covered it all. You highlighted my favorite part of the song, that it's just, it hugs you when he sings. Like
That's a good way to describe it.
It's like a warm blanket. That's a cold night.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it too. And you know, his music is always tinged with a little bit of heartache and melancholy because of the way that he died, and you know, the tragic sort of relationship that he had with his father. And I think that it doesn't taint the music; it colors it. And it does. It makes everything that you listen to from him have a little bit deeper meaning. I just love Marvin Gaye. I love his voice. I love when he sings with Tammy Terrell. I can't get enough of this guy. Put a million songs of his. We could do an entire episode of just favorite Marvin Gaye songs. In fact,
I'll see you.
I'm gonna write that one down. I'm gonna write that one down because that'll be fun. All right, so there it is, man. We have 8 songs for you to listen to. I will post the playlist, and you can listen to it ahead of time or afterwards or however you want to do it. If you made it this far, thank you so much for sticking around. Thanks for being on the show, Rob.
Thank you.
And I would like to wish you peace
and love.
And one love. Come on over to roosterstone.com, where you can book the band for any event you can imagine. Acoustic, full band, whatever your event may require. You can also email us to take online music lessons at an affordable monthly price. Don't forget to download our original music and like, follow, and subscribe to Rooster Stone across all social media platforms. Keep rocking out at roosterstone.com.